She thought the past was gone forever, but when her new boss walked in, her world shattered. What happens when a secret night turns into a dangerous truth?
She never expected her past to catch up with her right at work. One accidental glance, and everything changed. In that second, Natalie understood. There would be no way to hide. Natalie Owens, head of the Client Relations Department, walked confidently into the conference room. Papers were laid out on the tables. Employees exchanged glances. An air of tension hung over the news everyone was waiting for. A new director had been appointed to lead the branch. Everyone was waiting for him to appear. The door opened, and a tall man in a dark suit walked in. His face was stern, his stride confident. Natalie went pale. It was Andrew Collins, the very same man with whom she had spent a night 6 months ago in a bar on the outskirts of Denver. Back then, it seemed like nothing more than a random encounter with no future, but now he was her boss. "Good morning, everyone," he began in a steady voice. "Today we'll discuss priorities and our new goals." Natalie lowered her gaze into her folder, desperately trying not to reveal her shock. A week after his appointment, Andrew happened to run into her at the coffee machine. Black, no sugar. He asked, as if he remembered her habit. She froze. The words echoed back from that very night. "You're observant," Natalie replied dryly. He allowed a faint smile, though his eyes remained serious. "I see the team is holding its level. That's largely thanks to you." She nodded, avoiding his gaze. Between them stood much more than professional distance. One afternoon, Natalie went to the office administrator for a printout. The woman was rifling through a folder of incoming mail. "Just a second, it's all in one file," she said. Natalie's eyes instinctively fell on the screen. A line flashed before her eyes. "Manager Owens consistently ranks among the top 3 across all branches." "What's this?" Natalie asked cautiously. The administrator turned. "Oh, that's from back in the spring. When Andrew Collins was appointed, he specifically requested a report on your department." "On mine?" Natalie tried to keep her voice calm. "Yes. Everyone else asked only about finances." But he said, "Send me Owens's report." Natalie walked out into the corridor with a slight smile. In her chest pounded a thought. He noticed me even before we met. The big presentation for the executives from Chicago was approaching. Andrew gathered a meeting and handed out final instructions. When the others had left, Natalie lingered, slowly gathering her papers. "Mr. Collins, could you clarify something? Should the complaints breakdown be categorized by channel or by type of issue?" He raised his eyes. "By type, channels later." She didn't leave. Picking up a marker, she drew an upward arrow on the flip chart. "I think our line still has a chance to even out." He stepped closer and sketched a jagged line beside it. "And if this line had been going the wrong way from the very start?" Natalie guided his zigzag upward with a new line. "The main thing is to see progress, even through obstacles." He looked at the board and said quietly, "It felt like it was too late to fix anything, but now I see hope." For a moment silence hung between them. Then he stepped back and regained his strict composure. "Tomorrow's an important day. Don't be late." The room was full. Executives, colleagues, guests. The presentation was running perfectly until the screen flickered and went dark. "My apologies," Let's take a 10-minute break. Owen stays, Andrew said firmly. When everyone filed out, he suddenly turned to her. Was it you? Did you want me to fail? Natalie opened her laptop. A few quick clicks, and the presentation reappeared on the screen. See, mine works fine. It's a system glitch. Andrew sat down, his head in his hands. I almost destroyed everything, and whatever is between us, too. She said nothing. The only sound in the room was his breathing. I'm sorry, he muttered. I snapped because I don't know how to handle this. With you. He lifted his eyes. Last spring, I saw your photo in the personnel file. It struck me. And then, that night at the bar, I realized it was you. But even then, I was afraid to admit it, because with you, it could only ever be serious. Andrew reached out and gently touched her hand. I'm tired of hiding. Natalie smiled softly, disarmingly. You haven't ruined anything. Just don't hide any more. For the first time in a long while, he smiled back. A genuine smile. Maybe now. Coffee for real? She asked. Only black. No foam, he replied with a laugh. And in that moment, all masks, all walls crumbled. There were only the two of them. The presentation was a success. No one even remembered the glitch. At work, everything remained formal and professional, but every glance spoke louder than words. Now they both knew. Life's chart may twist and bend, but beside it will always be the guiding arrow upward.